Hello, I'm Mrs. Love Beetle. Welcome to my channel. As you can see, I have scored an enormous amount of coleslaw for an excellent price. Works out to about $5 a kilo. Can't get that anywhere at best of times in New Zealand. Some of it I'm going to bottle in a granny canning recipe, but quite a lot of it I'm going to put in food sealer bags, chuck it in the freezer and just use it as stir fry. Going to use my pressure canner, as it's the only pot I've got that will take this many preserving jars. Okay, now I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with all this coleslaw. I guess we'll come up with a plan at some stage. I don't know I'm going to be able to do this. Maybe like this. I hope it doesn't all fall on the floor. I kind of feel like a bowl might be better. Lazy. So I decided a bowl was a better idea. Okay, that was messier than anticipated. And I'm now going to make a recipe called granny canning. Okay, so our recipe calls for tablespoons of vinegar. This is where I prove I haven't got my glasses on. Is this a tablespoon? It is. Right, so we need 4 tablespoons of vinegar. One teaspoon. Gosh, I really ought to wear glasses when I'm doing these sorts of things. And that's 3/4 near enough. And 3.5 cups of water. I only have a half cup, so we'll just use that. So you would have noticed that it's a very light brown. It's called granny canning. I've done it a couple of times now. I have to admit I was a little nervous the first time, but after that it sort of doesn't worry you too much. I'm just going to evenly distribute that amongst the jars, because the jars should be at least half full. Okay, yep, we're definitely going to make another batch. Now I should be able to do this cleverly. Alexa, how many mils is 3.5 cups of water?
3.5 metric cups of water is 875 milliliters.
Much faster, 875. Got a little bit left over, so we'll just, I don't know, drizzle a bit in each. From here, it is really same old, get a clean cloth, moisten it down, and you're just running it, so it's sort of kind of folded over, play around, making sure it's nice and clean, and your clean lid, popping that on, your jar lid, and then turn it so it turns by itself. Alright, and then into the canner. Right, so as you can see, they're just a little bit covered with water. I've got the stew hickey that my husband made me for when I double stack for pressure canning, but as I said, I'm not pressure canning, I'm just going to bring this to the boil. But I will pop that on top with my trusty rock which will stop them floating. And then from here, it's just a case of same old, same old. We're going to bring it slowly to the boil, then get it at a rolling boil for 30 minutes. And then at the end of that, pressure canned coleslaw. And now I just need to make some bags and vacuum seal them for the freezer. I need to make readjustments from time to time if little bits of coleslaw are stuck up around the seal, or if I don't have it quite sitting on the sealing component. As I continued on, I started to run into another problem, in that the coleslaw was somewhat moister than I was anticipating. So the final product is that we have 12 bags of coleslaw. Most of them are pretty firm. We have a couple that didn't seal quite so well because there was some moisture coming up in here. In fact, that's the one that the husband was playing with. And this one here, because I'm still trying to work out at which point to push the button. But I'll just put a mark on them. Those will be the first two we'll use. These ones here, they will last 12 months easily with no air in there. Now, as part of my coleslaw bonus, I also got this big bag of mayonnaise, which I don't really want, but I'm not a fan of wasting things. So what I'm thinking I will do is I'll put it into a jar, and we'll use it on spreads, on bread and sandwiches, and see how we go. If I really don't like it, I will Google the internet, because somebody somewhere will have come up with a way of using this or preserving it. That's a guarantee. It always happens. Okay, I guess I'm just waiting for my 7 cans in the canner to finish, and then that's 1.150 something thereabouts of coleslaw packaged, preserved, and ready for winter eating, which I'm super grateful for. I was becoming rather concerned about what we were going to do over winter. I really do not like buying vegetables where I live. It's very expensive, and there's been more than one winter where we've resorted to just living on frozen vegetables out of the freezer section at the supermarket, which is not ideal. So I'm happy with this. Okay, that's enough from me. I hope you found this interesting and possibly even a little educational. Do feel free to drop me a note from time to time. I do love seeing people's comments, and I always endeavour to reply back. And otherwise, apart from that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share me, and if in doubt, let it sprout.